In this video, I'm going to show you how to extract duplicate values in a row. So we have a list of names here, John, Peter, and Mary, and another list here with is John and Peter. So I have a formula here that extracts what is both in B and column C. So as you can see, we have Peter, then Peter is pulled out. Then we have John here, and John is pulled out. So using these two, we have a formula here that extracts what is in both columns. And I'm going to show you how we can achieve that. In the second example here, still the same. Michael is here, and whatever is in both columns is extracted out and put in column. So when you look at this formula here, it is quite a big formula and can be overwhelming. You will not be able to easily understand how this one was built. I'm going to show you in simple steps, one by one, how this is built so that we extract duplicate values from by comparing two columns, and then extract what is in both columns. That's what we're going to do in this example. Now, to compare such data, because these are comma separated in one cell, and this is also comma separated in one cell, it is quite difficult because the way spreadsheets work, they are designed to work on one item in a cell. So to properly analyze these two for comparison, it is good that we separate them in different cells. So to do that, first of all, I'm going to use the split function. And what the split function does, it is going to separate for me whatever I give it that, and I tell it the delimiter, what is separating this text is a comma. So when I do that, it separates these values into separate columns. But what I want is not columns, so I want them to be in a row format. So I'll use another Google Sheet function, which is called transpose, which is going to change the columns into a row. So when you do that, you will see that Peter, John, and Mary appear in a column form. So I can do the same for this column C. Control V, I copy and put it here. Now, having put my data in this format, it is very easy to compare these two and be able to extract out what is common. So to do that, I'm going to use a match function. And what the match does, it takes a search key. In my case, I'm going to say this array is my search key, comma, I'm searching, where am I searching this? I'm going to say I'm searching it in here. And I want an exact match. I close my brackets like so. Now, when I do that, it returns 2, and you'll observe that it checks for this Peter in this range, and says Peter is in position 2, because this is 1, 2. But it does not display the other, it does not display the position for John. So because this is a single cell, it is trying to put all the figures or the values in a single cell. But it wants to display it down here. That's where the array formula comes in. Control Shift Enter, highlight the formula and press Control Shift Enter. Then it will be wrapped around the array formula. So now when I press Enter, you're gonna see that this is what we get. So what does this mean? What this means is searches for Peter and finds Peter at position 2. It returns a 2 here. It searches for John in this array, and it finds John at position 1 and returns 1 right there. It searches for Mary and does not find Mary in this array here, and it returns an A. So now after this, I'm gonna change this into truths and falses, and I'll be explaining why I'm doing that. So if it is a number, it returns that number. If it does not find, it returns an A. So I'm going to use another function, which is number. And what number does, it looks at a value, and if it is a number, it will return true, and if it is not a number, it will return false. For the first 2 and 1, I expect it to return a true, and for the NA, I expect it to return false. So let's press enter, and that is what happens. For the first one, returns true, and the next one true and false. In other words, Peter is in this list, so it returns true. John is in this list, returns true. Mary is not in this list, so it returns false. So with this, I've already in position to know that Peter is true, John is true. So I can use another Google Sheet function, which is the filter function, which takes an array. So which result do I want to be returned? I want to return the result in this range here, comma, and what is the condition? My condition should be true. In other words, when it compared and it found true here, that should be my condition. So whatever is true will be returned right here, and whatever is false will be returned right there, will not be returned. So now the last part of this is now to change this into a comma separated response and insert it into one cell. Now to do that, I'm going to use the TEXTJOIN function, which takes the delimiter. The delimiter is nothing else but what separates. What separation? We want to separate these values by a comma. So I say my delimiter is a comma. Ignore empties. I can say true, comma, the text is right here. Close the brackets, hit enter. And you can see that it returns now Peter and John in this. So this is the final result that I want to be placed in this. And to get to this final result, I've gone through a number of steps so that you understand what I'm doing. Now, what I'm finally going to do is to build this final result by substituting it with what I have in these different cells. So this is my final result. When I look at it, it has F6 to F8, which is here. So I go here and I pick this one here. Then where there is F6 to F8 is what I'm going to replace with what the formula I have in here that I've copied. So I say Control V, paste. Now when I do that, it means that I no longer need this one and my formula will continue working fine. The next thing I need to do is replace what my formula in B6 to B8. So I go to B6 to B8. I have a formula here. I pick that formula, comma. So where there is B6 to B8, I replace it in my formula here. So I just say Control V and I do so. When I do so, I will not need this, but let me hold it on for a moment. Then next, I go to D. What is in D? The formula in D is this. I just pick this formula and place it where there is D. Control V, press enter. So in this case, ideally, I do not need D, and you can see my formula is still working. Then next, I go and replace B6 with B8, B6 with B8. What formula do I have here? I have this escape, come here, and I'm doing it this way to make it quite easy, because if I was going to build this formula in one single step, it would be very complicated. But now, since I know C6 to C8, what is in C6 to C8 is this here. I just copy this here and I replace here. And this is one of the key principles of programming. You break a problem into small steps so that you can be able to solve those individual steps. So now that I have everything, I no longer need this. All I need is this formula and these values for it to return. I want my answer to be replaced under D3. So all I need to do is copy this right here, Control C, come and paste it right there. So as you can see now, my formula is working fine. For example, if I remove Peter here, Peter goes away because Peter is not in this and this. It only extracts what is in both columns and places it here. So with this, you can, of course, copy this down. But when you copy it down, when there are no values, it returns a value error because it's comparing empty spaces. To eliminate that, you say if error, then return nothing. So you just enclose it under if error. Then after that, just copy this down. So when I come here and say Tom and Peter, then I type Tom here, you see that Tom gets displayed here because he's in both. If I also include Peter here, Peter also comes into this. And this is how you can break down a big formula into small steps. Use the substitution method to build your formula. This is a key principle, especially in programming, where you break down a problem into small steps and solve it step by step. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been helpful. And if so, please subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification button so that you're alerted of more videos like this one. Have a great day.